At 10, I asked my mom if I could start shaving my legs. My dark skin fur was pretty hard to ignore in shorts weather, especially because my best friend Maureen was a pale Irish lass who probably still doesn't have any leg hair to this day. My mom said I couldn't do it and that I'd probably regret it, but she must have taken one look at my increasingly sweaty and hairy frame and realized that something was brewing. A few months later, she caved in and gave me a box from the Modes Company. It was a My First Period kit, and it included samples of pads and panty liners and 2 pamphlets. One was a vaguely threatening Growing Up and Liking It, and the second was called How Shall I Tell My Daughter? I'm pretty sure she was supposed to read that one and then talk to me about it, but instead she just gave me the whole box and walked out of the room. As I nauseously persuaded How Shall I Tell My Daughter, I realized that my mom really hadn't read the book before giving it to me. The explanatory text was followed by a bunch of drawings of the human reproductive system that my brain just refused to memorize. To this day, all I know is that there's about 2 to 4 openings down there and that the setup looks vaguely like the Texas Longhorn logo. I shoved the box in my closet where it haunted me daily. There might as well have been a guy dressed like Freddy Krueger in there for the amount of anxiety it gave me. And then it happened. In the spring of 1981, while singing Neil Diamond's Song Sung Blue, I achieved womanhood. I had been feeling a little weird earlier in the day, but I knew from commercials that one's menstrual cycle was a clear blue liquid that one poured onto maxi pads to test its absorbency. Since this wasn't blue, I just ignored it for a few hours. When I got home, I pulled my mom aside and asked her if it was weird that I was bleeding from my underpants. She looked at me very weird, sympathy, but a little baffled. Her eyes read, "Dummy, didn't you read the pamphlet?" I had read the pamphlet, but nowhere in there did it say that one's menstrual cycle was not a clear blue liquid. At that moment, 2 things became extraordinarily clear. I was now technically a woman, and I would never become a doctor.